Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Dominions 4. In our last episode, we began skipping over some of our battle reviews and just looking at the outcomes of the battle as opposed to watching them. I hope you as viewers don't mind that. Again, I want to keep this Let's Play moving because we are getting into some very longer turns. And to tell you the truth, if I wasn't doing this for you, the audience, this is a game which I most likely would have abandoned sooner, as we have not made much foothold and seem to be just losing ground everywhere that we look. But for you, the viewer, I'm going to keep going because I want to find out what happens to Ermor in this great battle against Abyssia and Helheim. So we're moving our huge group of augurs north to give us some magical support against Narzaruth. We're also preparing for these fire drakes to march across our lands. We'll see if we can keep them held up at this one bottleneck fortress. I don't know how long we're going to hold. I've also decided that I'm going to have Gravechill attack this province because it seems very poorly defended. Maybe we can get Abyssia to back off if we're taking some provinces in the rear. And maybe if Abyssia has this province lightly defended as well, we might be able to get that throne out of their control. Maybe take a little of their power. So we'll end this turn, get our troops closer to fighting back against Narzaruth again. So let's see how that turns out. With that turn completed, I cast Harvesters of Sorrow in another northern province to kind of, again, cause issues for our territory. Actually, no, I cast this in Ermor, so we can send another character like Chillwind into the back ranks of Abyssia to attack them. I cast Arouse Hunger in a province to try and again get some of the pressure off of us by attacking them where they're weak behind. We had a battle in Helheim. This is where I cast the Arouse Hunger spell. Let's just see what happened in that battle real quick. We summoned some ghouls. It looks like all those ghouls were defeated by the province defense. Search for some magical sites. Continue to not find any. The remnants of our dead province power have left this world. We can appoint a new prophet if we'd like to, which we're going to before we go up against the undead again. Looks like a couple assassination attempts here. Murgos. And again, another one of these demon bred have gone after an adventure. This is one of those guys that just showed up and joined our army. There was a battle in the Farseer Mountains. Our military force was beaten by a stronger force from Abyssia. The enemy controls the province. If we take a look at where that was, right here, this province, very lightly defended. We didn't have much here. There was a battle in Morn Woods. This is Gravechill fighting. Let's see what he actually does in combat, since we didn't get to see him fight the last time we put him in. Now, Gravechill, he causes fear, level 15. He's cold resistant, poison resistant, undead. He doesn't have to eat. He's ethereal. He can fly. He's sneaky. And when he's in a province, he causes death and disease. Let's see what happens when he's actually in a fight. There we go. That's beautiful. I think we're going to have to hire a whole bunch of these guys. There's a disease spreading right where Gravechill is, again in those back territories of Abyssia. Bulwark is still under siege from Narzaruth. So we've taken this territory. It looks like there's very little defense here as well. Let's go ahead. Put some province defense in this territory we just took. Let's go find out what's happening up north here. And this gives us a little more view into Abyssia's territories. Now, we're getting our kind of route cut off from here to the north. Again, we're just going to have to bottle up here and hope that they don't crush through us completely. But here in the north, our army of augurs is almost ready to meet up with the army. And we have some backup in the form of these adventurers and some extra troops heading here as well. We also have the new Harvester of Sorrows we summoned. We'll send him forth. And I'm going to let our gems kind of pile up for a minute while we think about what we want to do with those. So with that all set up, let's go ahead and end the turn, and again, find out what happens. And we have got quite a bit that happened that turn. So first, Foglius, an assassination attempt. It looks like his bodyguards actually helped out, and we killed the Slayer that was trying to get him. Always great. Found a magic item the Slayer had on him as well. There was a battle in Sleepy Mountains. Beaten by a stronger force, we lost the province. Which province is this that we just lost? Again, this small province right here where we didn't have many troops, didn't have any commanders or anything. There's a battle in Morn Woods. Our province defense that we just hired there in Morn Woods defeated one of their holy mages and a couple fire snakes that were sent after them. We didn't lose anybody, as again it was province defense. An unexpected event in Kolar Magor. Traveling into the ancient woods, an enclave of Bloodhenge druids has encountered, and a battle to the death has ensued. So, we have our troops that were in that territory versus this group of Bloodhenge druids. Blood magic, not much to look at here. We took them out handily. A sneaking enemy was discovered by the local militia. Looks like, Abyssia's Shadow Imp. Just one of their little spies that they have. We took him out. And we're still under siege in the bulwark. So, our group of mages is about to meet up here with this army in the north to fight against Narzaruth, who is still standing outside this castle, sieging it. Let's take a look and see what's defending this province here. Some fire snakes, fire drakes. That looks kind of scary. I don't think we can do much in that province. Let's have Gravechill look to the north and see what he can find. Our other Harvester of Sorrows is going to move into this territory. And we need to keep moving around, searching for those magic sites as well, which I keep forgetting to do. We have our recruitment there, our recruitment here. We'll end one more turn, and then we'll be preparing for this battle. So a couple things happening this turn. We have more thaumaturgy research completed. With the magic, we're going where it is, where we don't have that much happening. I'm not sure what else we should be researching in. We're going to change this up next turn, but for right now, we're going to let that sit. We'll do some more thinking about our research. Wormlove, victim of assassination attempt. This is our one Mound King that we have searching for magic sites. And a Slayer was no chance for his magical powers. There's a battle in Iron Peaks. That's where the throne was, and it looks like we've lost that throne. Looks like we just had province defense in there, and they marched right through us, to be expected. And a battle in Morn Woods. So that little bit of province defense we hired was not able to hold up again to fire drakes and fire snakes. These are the bane of our existence, folks. All these magical creatures that Abyssia has. Unexpected event in Kolar Magor. The Bloodhenge Druids have been defeated, their treasures stolen, and the prisoner released. We've got Wanda the Adventurer has joined us. We've got some nature gems and a wall shaker. And the bulwark is still under siege. So we have our troops here. I think if we get attacked, we'll have enough time to move everybody over to back this up in a grand battle of defense against Abyssia. It looks as though Pelagia has again foolishly left this province undefended. We're going to move our Harvester of Sorrows back. Maybe we can start trading them provinces again. Up here in the north, we have what look like 5 Serpent Fiends and a lot of province defense. So let's keep looking. Let's find a weak spot that we can fight in. Our augurs have all arrived at this destination. We have some troops here as well. I'm going to go ahead and organize our communions. And then when we come back, we will begin our assault on the bulwark. We'll see you in a second. Alrighty. So we've gone through and set up all of our communions. And I'm going to be having them cast this spell called Solar Rays, which is a spell designed to damage undead. We also have more of these priests with us who can cast Banishment, which is a spell which does damage to groups of undead. We may have a battle plan that's going to work for once. So I've set them up to attack. Let's let that happen and see if we succeed. And we have our results. And it looks good because I don't see us continuing to be under siege. Let's watch this battle in just a moment. First, we have our Harvester of Sorrows we summoned in. Again, our rear unit that we're attacking with. Search for some magic sites, but no death sites. We did find, it looks like, a magic earth site for more gems. We had an assassination attempt. It's on one of our communion masters. Looks like he was killed by a slayer. That's not going to help us in the battle. But then the battle takes place. Let's see what happened. So we have our army of troops here. We have Narzaruth and his really annoying magic. Let's watch him summon in some skeletons, and oh, there goes our communion slave and master spells happening. And there is our solar ray spells, just wiping him out. The banishment spells, just wiping out his undead troops. It looks like 2 of our Legatus Legionis are deciding to attack with the rest of the troops. We should have had them hold in the back. That was a mistake. Our banishment and magic spells coming in. They're casting their terror spells, trying to cause our guys to run. We are making a lot of advancement. We're moving forward much faster and further in the battlefield than we have previously. Looks like we've summoned a fire elemental in the background, just because we could. I think we're gonna make it. Here we go, you undead son of a gun. We're right on your doorstep here. And we are up to him. He shouldn't last but another second against our troops. There we go. We've knocked down their god again. Routed Helheim. Let's take a look at what happened here. So even though we knocked him down because he is immortal, he just pops back up in their territory, but at least he's out of the way for now. We took out pretty much all the leaders that they had, except for Handradating. It looks like this is a hero of theirs. And we lost 24 troops. We didn't lose nearly as many Principe as I thought we would. That's nice to see. Did we lose? The 2 legatus who were up there. But the rest of our mages, they made it and didn't die. So that's great to see. A battle in Amon Forest. We've been beaten by Abyssia, a fire drake, some sea trolls. Let's take a look at where that is. I'm not sure. This is them sieging that castle. Again, this is where I was afraid they'd come into. I think now that we have a battle plan for our magic, I think we can sneak in and maybe we can take them now that we've come up with a better plan using the astral mages. But they have a lot of troops built up, so this is going to be difficult. Ner'zereth on the run. He doesn't have much here. I would rather go out in a blaze of glory, taking him out, than letting Abyssia march up on us and just siege us once again. So we'll be coming up with a plan to re-siege Ner'zereth in his fortress, in what I believe is his last territory, as well as seeing what we can do to survive Abyssia yet again on the next episode of Gaming with Grug. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.